10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in just in an absolute free-fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn the
Touchdown, Detroit!
That a 92-yard kick return. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon.
And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
all week long in preparation. Visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
The numbers for Brown from a week ago, 11 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That's going to be a good matchup for him, using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense.
Yeah, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Option play. Here's a give to Brown.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Chase Brown with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And a look here now at their 4th year. Quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, Bigsby. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
All right.
At the 38-yard line.
Another run by Bigsby. He's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. 2nd down and 8.
All right. 19.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Detroit Lions, first down. First down goal, Detroit.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Tank Bigsby, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And this is going to be a Commanders' first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
10 yards. And the Washington first down.
His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Daniels. Pass caught by Fannin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake, Daniels. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go! Cougar 19!
To throw is Daniels. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Stroud looking to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
That's good. Lions.
First
down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Stroud to throw it. Left side, he finds Pierce. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. The left sideline is complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here goes Stroud again. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Washington offense set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
Throwing now is Daniels. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2, they've ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. On the right side open is Gesicki. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Stroud and company going for it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, just came from the outside.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And that is incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
In motion goes the tight end. Stroud.
Now a short one to Gesicki. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact,
In 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Ready up. Back. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And a Commander's first down.
First and
10.
Now Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Second and 7.
Come on, come on. Set. Bronco 80. Check out.
To the air goes Daniels. That's complete to Pearson. There they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Brown trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll give it here to Brown. And this time he is in. Chase Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. Well, Charles, in that first half we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? They'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
At the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
70 Timberwolves. My man, my man.
Daniels looking to throw. That's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. 49 yards. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Lions 24. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And Stroud now to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
On the carry, Bigsby. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
He'll try to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
51 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run the option on 2nd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to throw. Daniels. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders had 6 to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Commanders 35, Lions 24. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Shifts by him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, it may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
The Bigsby once more.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
In motion, Hill. Now Stroud. Now a short one to Gesicki. And a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now he'll tuck this and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this comes. Requires some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
Ready?
An inside give, Brown. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Looking to throw. Daniels. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
19 Tiger.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is caught. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Rashee Rice, 30 yards. And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. So out now come the Lions. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just, oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And they are going to set up shot. At the 32-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Come on, come on. Set.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. This is Brown going up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2nd and 3 from the 9.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19. Go.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Chase Brown with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Commanders extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go.
Daniel's going to try and throw for it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You get it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. We certainly had a sense. Coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. That's complete to Pierce. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Stroud sets up the play action. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for our Lions. First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Stroud. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. This offense so far on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Right back to Brown. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here we go. Start. Ready, ready.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
And they take a knee. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half.
Before I hit the road, and it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me.